Should be in motion. Should be in motion. Let me check my phone just to be sure. Don't. Let's see. Yes, sir. Good to go. All right. So I'm going to start with a top-down analysis. So obviously, we're pushing down and down and down and down and down and down because we keep on rejecting out of these same all-time highs right here, right here, and right here. But there have been three times where we've came into this same area and we've rejected out of here as well. So we do have to be careful since we are getting into this rejection zone to not get caught trying to sell at the bottom. So once again, this is the daily, and I'll go to the 1 hour. And I'll say, okay, we've had one, two, three, four candles close bearish. This last 1 hour candle actually closed bearish below this range here. And this candle has no bottom wick. Usually most candles have top and bottom wicks, top and bottom wicks. But a lot of times you'll see during times of volume, which is 8 o'clock, that sometimes candles will just push without top and bottom wicks. So that being said, we're going to go to the 30-minute. So now you'll see signs of turning around. As mentioned, is when we've gotten in this zone in the past, we've rejected out of here. So I wouldn't be surprised if price gave a quick push up. And considering I'm not here for too long, I don't need to catch a whole move. I just need to catch a piece of it. So my breakdown is basically off of the 30-minute and the 15-minute. 15-minute is most easiest to see. So you have these resistances right here. Same resistance right here. So I'll go ahead and put an ellipse on that right here. So if we get a closure above this resistance right here, you can expect price to push into this and hopefully up into here by the end of the day. But you can't hold the bag too long because once again, the 1 hour doesn't have a bottom wick. But last time price closed back above this range, it was able to continue all the way up into here. So we just got to be mindful. What's up, DJ? I'm doing a YouTube live stream breakdown.
What's going on, man?
Not much, not much. So I'm looking at this 15-minute right now, seeing what's about to happen because this is closing above this most recent resistance right here. Let's see what. Ooh, did it pull back right at the end? Let's see. Not terrible. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know because that didn't even close above right there. And then this 30-minute doesn't have a lower wick right here. Eh, I wouldn't be surprised if this came back down and break its own low to push into here. What you got going on today, bro? You at home or you at work?
Yeah, I'm home today. I stay home since I'm about to travel one of these days. I fly.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I stay home.
Gotcha. Yeah, since today is a Monday and the last day of the month, I ain't trying to force nothing for real.
Yeah,
But
top of the week.
trying to be patient. But I'll give you a quick little breakdown. I know I'm gonna have to do it a couple more times as people start coming in. But we're in an interesting spot right now because all these 1 hour candles have been pushing down so much. And this candle even close below this range and these ranges. So you would think that if this candle breaks its own low, it should come down to fill this wick and continue beyond into this support. But the way it's moving up with no bottom wick is kind of iffy right now. So that's why I want to be patient, make sure I get exactly what I want if I were to take an entry, because at any point this candle can flip down to come cover all this. So just being patient for now. I feel good above here too because this will be breaking the previous 1 hour candle anyway. So if this does break the previous 1 hour, I would anticipate it coming into here minimum and likely up into here. But we'll just continue to wait. It's early. 8:17 on a Monday. We'll be straight. I was looking at this on the way it like wigged down. This wasn't bad off the 5 minute, and 8:20 is a time of volume, so that's something to keep in mind for the future. But when the way this wick down real hard, then came back up to re-break its high, I saw this as a resistance. I was kind of close. I was like, but it did give a cool little push in the last little minute. So something to keep in mind. That was a crazy little 1 minute push right there. Honestly, there's still room on the, and then like I said, with that 1 hour high breaking, I'm not surprised at this coming into this little zone right here. Like I said, and then depending on how this 30 minute closes, this may be a cool little entry to take at 8:30. Mm-hmm. I really need this thing to close like down here more so. Take advantage of this. But yeah, the 15 minute was pretty valid, or the 5 minute was just valid right there because of the way this wick down didn't break this previous candle low, broke its own high, first target into here, second target up in here. So we will see what 8:30 is looking like. This no bottom wick is crazy though. Let's see. Let's see. This closes back under this. That wouldn't be good. Let's see. This big ass rejection. Let's see. So this can reject out of here. Give a clear closure. Wick down. It may not be a bad play. Yep. Okay, cool. Okay. I'm gonna get a buy stop on the break of this high. Break of that high. And I'm going to use I don't want to use the previous candle, but I technically will have to. That's all good. Because I'll just cut risk if I have to. So technically 38-ish pips. But I like how it's wicking down with no top wick. So this is giving me my technical lower wick. But this is smooth. This is smooth. Just depends on how this candle wants to go ahead and flip up. Yeah, I think this is low enough now to use as its own stop loss. If we break this high, we have no reason to come back and break this low, quite honestly. So that'd be even better. It's like a 27 pip stop. Yeah, 27, 28. So cool, you got that. And then if it breaks this previous 5 minute high, I anticipate it coming to like 28.3 and filling its wick right there. So let's see. All right, I'm in. I'll use this low as a stop. Use this wick as a TP. Let's see how it plays out. I'm anticipating that since this wick down the way it did, it should be able to fill this wick pretty cool. But we will see. It came close to breaking that 5 minute high right there. When it does, I expect a quick push. Come on now. I think I seen like 8 right there. I might at least go to BE when I get to this little area here because it's a little smooth 5 minute rejection. Come on, 30 minute. Give me the volume. They're playing around. It's wanting to do it. Let's see if it goes ahead and does it. Especially since it came made this. I'm expecting it to go ahead and do what it needs to do. All right, it's breaking the high again. All right, up 10, up 13. Let's see. up 15, 16. Damn, I really don't want to be in past this 5 minute candle. All right, so I'm gonna go stop loss to break even at least. I'm up 20. Closed, closed. Cool. Caught 23 on my personal for $230. Caught 720 on these accounts. I wouldn't be surprised if this 5 minute candle goes ahead and finishes this move, but I'm cool with that move at 835. So cool little move. Not here for a long time, here for a good time. Cool little way to one, start the week, and two, end the month. So that being said, that's my trade. That's my trade of the day. So DJ, were you there for that one?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure.
I caught a little like 180.
Cool, 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 cool. We gotta get you back to at least B.
Yeah, no, I'm there.
Oh, say okay. Say less. Say less. Say less. So, um, yeah, man. Like I said, for some reason, I've gotten used to just not really having to hold for the whole move because man, when I see the money sitting there, it's sitting on the table, right? That's 720 times three accounts, you know.
No,
So I mean, can't complain about that. So
yeah.
um, could
See,
stay here all day, but I seen this wick down. This candle came up to fill this wick.
oh,
After it went, so wicks are meant to get filled. So when this candle, I'm go ahead and use my drawing tool. When this candle closed above this resistance and this candle rallied down right here, didn't break this low, but came down to give us our technical stop loss here, I knew that when it broke its own high, that it was likely to fill this wick with this being your stop loss. So it was about a 1-to-1 opportunity. Best seen kind of like on the 15 minute, 30 minute. And it came right into this resistance right here. If you want to take another trade, we're waiting on a 30-minute candle to close above this and kind of do the same thing that this candle just did. It wicked down to continue up. But like I said, on a Monday, I think I'm pretty cool with them profits to start the week. So I'm gonna hit your line later, brother. Let me know if you got any questions.
okay.
All right,
Hey,
bro.
y'all slapped something up already?
Oh man, come on, man.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
I had a busy morning, so yeah.
Oh man, now you making me feel bad.
You all good? You and DJ got in something?
Yeah,
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. It was
Hey,
a straightforward move. I may stay on with you for a little minute, even if I don't take nothing.
that's cool.
So
I ain't doing nothing. So,
yeah, yeah. So Raymond, this 30-minute candle closed above and it's best seen on the 15 minute, closed above this most recent resistance right here.
yeah,
This candle wick straight down. It opened with no top wick, or yeah, no top wick straight down. So when this candle wicked straight down, this gave me my technical stop loss rather than me having to use the previous candle for 40, which I would have. But now I know damn well if it broke this high, that there's no reason to come back and break this low. So I said, okay, cool. What I would do is get in on the break of this high. And I had a stop loss on the break of the high, targeted the wick fill, got about 23, 24, 24, 25, and that was it. Right into this. So the next trade would ultimately be above here.
yeah. I see that right now. Yeah,
Are you
um,
driving? You on the road?
yeah.
Sound like it.
Um,
You active today, or you just listening in?
I'm just listening in.
Got you.
I
Yeah,
mean,
like I said, I don't want to be seeming like I'm just hopping off.
no, that's all good. I saw you get jumped on a little early.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly, exactly,
so
exactly.
you said that trade was best seen on the 15 though.
best seen on the 15. So you'll,
Okay.
like I said, I'll break it down one more time. So the way I did for DJ, this candle closed above
Yeah.
this candle, and it also left this wick. When this candle wick straight down with no top wick, I'm telling you, this candle had no top wick at all. Like we can even go to the 1 minute. This was that candle. It wicked straight down. When this
Okay.
candle broke its own high, that's when I got in, and it was nothing but green beans
Yeah.
straight up to fill this wick, targeting the wick and or this resistance right here, which is also a resistance right here. And like I said, a potential move is coming again, but you got to be sure that this candle is about to close above this resistance. And the next target would likely be like, it just gets a little choppy right here, just
Yeah.
because all this at any point, price can reject here again. But with the volume that's pushing up, it should push through this.
Ooh, that joint
Yeah.
moving. It's moving too.
It's
Yeah, it is. It is. So I would wait on a 15-minute closure, which is coming in the next 4.5 minutes.
Okay.
yeah.
And then if you want to get in again, you need to wait on another wick down. Because if you
Yeah.
don't wait on a wick down, you basically saying that you would sit in for this entire candle right here.
Right.
Because until it breaks this previous low, it's still valid to continue up.
Right.
Yeah. Again, then be extra cautious too, because you towards the end of that 1 hour candle. So
Towards the end of the 1 hour candle, and usually the last hour of a candle is due to pull back to leave
yeah.
range to fill the wick. Exactly.
But it does look
Exactly.
good.
Yeah, for
It does look
sure. For
good.
sure. The better move will be to wait on the 1 hour, honestly.
Yeah.
Because if you see what happens on the 1 hour, then you'll see if it really is gonna close above, if it's really gonna stay strong. Because like you said, this can easily just start pulling back to continue up the next candle. You gotta just sit in that for no reason.
Yeah.
And that ain't never fun. That
Mhm.
ain't never fun. So but yeah, like I said, I feel bad. You wanna wait till a job?
Yeah. Yeah.
What
But
time you?
yeah.
Okay, so you legitimately wasn't about to be taking a trade unless you was on
Don't,
your phone.
don't feel bad because I still catch her again just to get over that BE. Like right
It's
there.
always another day, and like I said, one is a Monday, and two is the last day of the month. Like you
Oh
straight.
yeah. Yeah. That is
Like it's a new month starting tomorrow. Legit, new quarter,
true.
new month, new week. Like fuck that shit.
So you had a decent month then, James.
Let's see, bro. Let's see. I ended with a little small red on this day, but that's 5,770 on this account. 5,770 on this, 5,067 on this account, and then 5,060 on this account. So that's 15 racks across three accounts.
Yeah, can't be
And
mad
then
at that.
and then on my personal account, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go and look right now. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, I need to put that in the database as well. Just made okay, 2,500.
There you go.
Yeah, 2,500 on my personal, 2.49K.
For the month.
Yeah, on my personal account, but on these accounts, 15K, a little over 15K. Let me go ahead and mark this up for my journal.
I'm excited, man, because I used to be heavy in forex, and everybody used to say like, "Oh, the summer moves super slow for forex. Everybody's gone,
Mm-hmm.
everybody's on vacation." But hey, I don't see gold slowing down like that. Don't look like
Exactly. Exactly.
it.
So
Don't look like
I don't listen to the outside noise, bruh.
it.
I focus on waiting on this candle to close above this resistance.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all I'm looking for.
Keep it simple.
Anything else is not my business.
Yeah,
So let's see. Let's see. But like I said, this may potentially close above here.
it's looking
It's
like
just something in my gut is telling me stick to my plan. Because you know what happened? You know why I only got this only red day right here? It's because I kept fucking trading.
Yeah, that's how it
Well,
usually goes.
I was up big, and I just kept trading, bro. So I said, but players fuck up too. That's why I was like, you know what? It's all cool.
even if you don't get in, if you see it, you be the analyzer, and I'm gonna get in that motherfucker.
Even if, see, and my thing is, even if I go smaller risk, like that's an option too.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely, because you just got a good W. We both did, and I would do the same thing
Exactly,
instead of
exactly. Like, what am I really chasing? You know what I'm saying? It's always tomorrow.
for sure.
I know what used to fuck me up, and I know what make me profitable. And I'd be crazy to not stick to the plan.
right.
I'd be insane. So, oh, that didn't even track
So,
my
so
trade for today.
quick question,
What's
Jason,
up?
because that's what I'm worried about. That's what I'm looking at on mine too. So you see where you say where it say your balance, and
Yes,
it say your maximum lot loss.
yeah.
So not do your balance got to go to 159 500?
This right here,
Yeah, 1,500.
mine has to go to, and I'll just show you. Oh shit, I'm tripping. Sorry. Mine has to go to 160 and some change. Dun, 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 dun. Go to metrics. So mine has to go to 160,279. And I'm at
Okay,
159,656.
I'm about to try to do that. You just went to just Top One Futures, the regular
Yeah,
page.
my dashboard,
Okay, let me see.
my portal.
Oh no, it gave me back. It put me back in Project X.
Yeah, go to the actual portal. So top one futures, then dashboard. So top one
Okay.
futures dashboard. Let's see, because that should take you where you need to go. Because Project X is the platform.
Yeah.
The dashboard is where you'll get all your data.
Let's see. You just clicked on metrics.
Yes, sir.
Them three dots.
Yes, sir.
Oh no, that's not it. That's the
Well, it says go to metrics right
yeah.
here on my computer.
Mine was cut off.
Okay.
So mine say. Oh, okay. So yeah, 26,500.
Yep.
I thought it was gonna
Yep.
go up. That's why I asked.
No, no, no. So your balance. So remember how I explained it to you. If you start out at 25,000 and you got up to 500, that means that your or sorry, $500, and that means that your loss limit that you can lose also went up $500. But your balance to reach a target is the same. It stays the same.
Right.
hmm it just follows you because I mean Raymond can attest to it. Back in the day, forex prop firms used to just be your balance used to be one thing and your max you can lose used to be one thing. But now with these futures prop firms, they incentivize basically holding the account for a long time and playing it safe. Back in forex, boy, you used to be able to do whatever.
Yeah. It's wicking down too, like you said.
hmm So wick down. So if I were to say something, like I said, I don't love this. Like, this is my next target, and that's so small compared to what I would have to use as my technical stop, unless I used this as a technical stop, however much it comes down. But I do anticipate a wick down. And if it breaks its own high, it should go up. But it's just like at what cost? Like to try to get this. I like to see these big ass ranges right here. That's what I like to take advantage of. The same way this candle's filled this wick, filled these clean ranges. So I wonder why this is not updating. It's not updating my 30th. Yup, whatever. It'll update it because it's updated on here. So, but yeah, bro, just trying to stay consistent, trying to stop doing dumb shit. We all do it, but as long as you can limit it, you'll be straight.
Yeah. So today I had this on different.
Okay.
Like while we was in it,
Uh huh.
when it first kept shooting up, I'd take the 90, then got back in, then take what you think about that? Then take like Take what I want.
Your entries technically get worse the more you do that. So be careful and mindful of that. So say you got in, we'll go down to the 5 minute. Say you got in right here and you got out right here and you got back in right here. That means that your technical stop loss is still down here.
Yeah,
So you at that point, you either might what you can do is it's called taking partials. So and we can go over that on a call and I'll let you know what that looks like.
the
But when you say you have a five running and you are in 20 pip profit, you can take off four of those five and leave one running, and it'll be like you still just had one running from your original position down here rather than you having to get out of the whole position and get back into a whole new
right.
position.
Yeah, I gotta do that.
Yeah. So it's called taking partial. So the same as if you had a 10 and you said, okay, I'm gonna secure half at 20 points or 20 pips. So that'd be securing five at 20 points for $100 and leaving the rest running. So if it comes back to break even, you would have still made $100. If it keeps running, you still have five running from your original position.
Right,
hmm So we can go over that, and I can show you what it looks like. Like even if I get in on a small position, like on an MGC, and just show you like, okay, let me show you what doing two looks like. Me taking off one and that leaving one running.
right.
Yep. So that's something I learned a little too late in my career too. For I don't do it now just because I like just taking my bread, but that's honestly a better habit in my opinion if you can do that to go ahead and just leave some running. I just don't like when that bitch pulls all the way back on me and I left that money on the table. That's the only thing. That's the only thing. But nah, it's a cool little play. Like if our first target is 25 and our long target is 50 or 60, and you leave that last little position running to 50 or 60, that's gonna be a cool little payout. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, it's pulling back. Like I said, like Raymond said, the last candle of the 1 hour usually pulls back to leave room for the next 1 hour candle to come up. And that's why I said at any point that this candle can reject out of this resistance right here. The more you stay in this game, bro, the more you gonna just like find the little nuances of like this stuff. You know, just like keep listening to what I'm saying, and it's just gonna start to make more and more and more sense. Like, yes, this candle objectively closed above the most recent resistance, but I know that this was obviously a rejection zone right here. So I'm really only targeting right there if I were to get in. But not only is that the case, I also have to look at what happened to the left. One, two, three, four candles rejected out of this same zone. So I know that the same thing that happened right there is the same thing that can happen right here as it is. And putting the whole picture together, it's the last 15 minute of the 1 hour candle. So man, you can't really, you know what I'm saying? You got to put it all together. You just got to put it all together. Let's see. I see what's going on now. Damn. For some reason, it didn't take the trade on all three accounts. That's what it did.
Damn.
So that account is at 159,656. That's the second time I've done it on the same account. It didn't take it on that, but it took it on this. Man,
Oh,
all good.
that joint just went down crazy.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Exactly.
Oh,
So
it's going too.
yeah, bro. So like I said, man, you just gotta put the little stories together is what it come down to. Put the little stories together. But like I said, I'm about to go ahead and hop off, y'all boys. Y'all be safe.
Okay, all right. You
All
too.
right, bro.